Less than 13 hours after a big win in New Hampshire, Senator Bernie Sanders was not in South Carolina, not leading a rally, and not doing a fundraiser. Instead, he was meeting with Reverend Al Sharpton in New York City. And he is not alone. Hillary Clinton was also reportedly courting the Reverend Al just hours after last night's results were announced. So what's going on here? Richard Fowler is a nationally syndicated radio host. Kevin Jackson is a Fox News contributor and executive director of theblacksphere.net. Richard, what is going on?
Well, listen, Al Sharpton speaks for some African Americans, not all African Americans. The African American vote is not monolithic. I think if you look at South Carolina very carefully and look at the polls and what's going to be happening in the next couple of weeks, is you have the Black Lives Matter younger African American voters who are looking for an answer to mass incarceration, and older African American voters are looking at something else. And Al Sharpton speaks to a cross-section of that population, and thus Bernie Sanders decided to sit down with them.
But you're kind of skipping the lead, which is Sanders doesn't have the support of African Americans at all, according to the polls. Let's put him on the board. And Hillary does. And if Sanders doesn't start picking up some support in the African American community, he could stick a fork in him. He's done. Look at that. 74% in South Carolina are with Hillary, and just 17% are with Bernie. I mean, the race is like, you cannot win as a Democratic nominee, Richard, if you don't have the support of African Americans.
That's exactly right, Megyn. I think what you're seeing from the Sanders campaign is they're working very, very aggressively to target African-American voters, whether it be the HBCU college tour he did a couple weeks ago, or sitting down with Al Sharpton, or finding ways to target young African-American voters. He's doing everything he can to find out how you get to African-American voters. He was endorsed a couple days ago
Kevin. Is
by former NAACP President Ben Jealous.
Is that how you do it? You get Reverend Al to say, he's good, feel the burn.
The bids are coming in, Megyn, on black people. And Reverend Al noticed how much Jeb Bush paid for some white folks up in Iowa, and he's happy to see Bernie, because that's exactly what's happening here. It's just the Democrats pandering to blacks. I'm actually shocked.
Well, we don't know that any money changed hands. They just had a cup of tea.
Well, let me tell you, the money's changing hands, because it's insulting that this man would go to talk to Al Sharpton as if Al Sharpton is a purveyor of black thought and the black vote. It's insulting. And as I was about to say, you might as well have brought a representative from Kentucky Fried Chicken and said, let the bidding begin. It is ridiculous that this is even happening.
I don't get it either.
I don't understand that one.
Let me just put it this way. It's a pander. It is a pander to black people. Instead of just talking to blacks individually and coming on and saying, hey, folks, here are the things that I'm interested in, he's going to go and interrupt a trip where he should be in South Carolina, and he's going to make a detour to go talk to a man that is insignificant.
I would note for the record that while they had their tea, they specifically denied having any fried chicken at Sylvia's, because Reverend Al has lost 176 pounds. He no longer eats fried food.
I want to say he's a vegan, to be honest.
Well, that's a problem. There'll be no chicken.